it's a while since I've done this, and I really wish I'd done this when the bluebirds were in full bloom. But I'm just walking through the wood, and I just wanted you to see why I love it so much. You know, we have some beautiful trees, and some of them are in different stages of life. But these trees really talk to me, and there's lots of space here for putting up hammocks, and I love spending time in my hammock. Now, I have to be cautious and careful as I walk through, because this is not a park. And the other week I visited my local park. Oh, let's just have a look what we can see down here. This is from the goat willow. It looks a little bit like, goodness, I've forgotten what I was going to say. But anyway, I think this is all from the goat willow. And it's all fluffy stuff. It looks a bit like cotton wool or bits off sheep, but it's not. And the ground is literally covered in it. And we can see here that we have some trees that are coming down, and over there we can see one where it's rotting from the inside. But we leave these trees if they're not causing any harm, because this is all useful for nature. And I know people through woodland associations, and they say that too many people are just trying to turn a wood into a garden. And that's not my plan at all. I like it to be more wild. Now, clearly it needs some looking after. It's a coppice, because it's a coppice, it should be managed for products. It's, you know, it's useful. You can make things out of it. But just as you look around, and you see all the trees, and it's just such a nice feel with what we have going on. And then you see we have some paths, and these are where the deer are going. And we have a lot of deer. We have muntjac deer and we have roe deer, just have the two. And these are the paths that they follow. So let me head over. And what we have here is a pile that we started when we first got the wood, and it's all beginning to rot down. But little mice and little insects enjoy finding space in there. It's a good place for them to hide themselves. And I'm just heading over to my bench. Can you see my bench? And my bench is a really nice place just to sit. And on the other side of those trees is a field. Now, as the weather gets more towards summer, then obviously there's more greenery and there's less of a view. Oh, and look, just behind my tree, this wasn't here when I was here the other day. So this is something that's fallen down. Glad it didn't fall on my head while I was sat on my bench. So what I'm going to be doing now is just moving it to the edge, because it just allows it just to be used by animals and insects and things. And then I'm going to sit on my bench and I would do a short video on whatever comes to mind as I just stare into space. So I just wanted to talk you through and walk you through just part of my wood and as to why it's so very special to me. Okay, so I did a video and now I'm walking back to my base camp and I'm going down a different path. And I have seen deer along this. They generally keep away when they can hear me about, because humans are just so noisy. But you can see all the trees. And here you can see it's hazel and how the new growth is coming through. And a lot of it could probably do with being properly coppiced. But for now, I just think it looks wonderful. And I did move that big branch that had come down, and it was quite wide, so it took a moment or two. But it's quite good doing proper physical activity. And then if we look over there, we can see there's all sorts of stuff going on. It's just really interesting. Now, bits on the floor. Another time I will come round here and pick all of that up. But today is my day of rest, so I'm not going to do any of that. And here, I think this is Archangel coming through. I'll have to check that up later. And there's the fence, which is one of the borders. And there's some stuff come down over there. So I think rather than go along that route, which I don't think I've been on since the autumn, 4 acres is quite a lot of wood. And you do tend to walk the ways that you generally do. So this is the area that I said it's all coming down a bit. So yeah, we could get in here, but it's not doing any harm. So that's all fine. And I'm just wandering my way. We can see here that the bluebells, they're past their best. But it's so lovely that we've got bluebells. And when you have bluebells in a wood, it's a sign that you've got ancient woodlands. And because we have a lot of hazel and the canopy is quite thick up there. You see, I know all these terms. I never knew terms like this before I had a wood. But if we opened it up, we would have other things coming through. Now, also, that I never noticed before so much, was the weather. And I can feel the change in the atmosphere. That's quite interesting, just how that's come down. And you've got some grass things coming in. And we can see new shoots growing out of the tree. So I'm heading my way back because I know there's going to be a thunderstorm. And I hadn't checked because I'm trying to keep off my phone apart from to do this recording. Yeah, so the temperature's changed, the air quality has changed, or the air pressure has changed. And the more time you spend in nature, the more you notice these sorts of things. And, you know, I think I've done one of these videos before, just walking through the wood. And it just gives you an idea about what it's like to have your own wood. And the quietness, which is clearly something you don't get if you go to a park. So I'm just heading back to our base camp and I will start packaging things away. So I hope you've enjoyed this little walk around my wood, and I'm going to start spending a lot more time here. Take care, bye-bye.